Saturdays will be open, just so everybody knows, to the public. We're practicing on our practice fields, so you're more than welcome to come out under the lights. It'll be fun.
In the stadium or on the practice?
I believe it's on the practice fields. We'll confirm and send something out. If the game fields are in certain conditions, we'll transfer it to the game field. But I kind of like the environment of the fans on the practice field under the lights. I kind of enjoy that.
Are we going to get the "We Are the Champions" every day, or is that going to taper off at some point?
I think the guys have tuned it out, which was the whole goal, is to be able to tune out all the outside noise and just practice. So we may be able to change that up, because I like that song and I'm starting to hate it, which is unfortunate because it's such a great song.
How has this spring roster compared to your, not just AASU, but just your time as a coach and what seems possible for this team?
Yeah, we have some depth. You know, when we rotate guys in and out, or we have some guys go out, or we hold some guys out, and the next guy goes up, it's not, oh crap, this guy's out up front, so we can't play our right side of our O-line because we don't want to get somebody hurt. We have enough depth that people can play with each other, and we can intermix a little bit of ones and threes, which is a huge positive. Like I tell the guys, talent's talent. So many teams have talent, so great, we have talent. Like, that does nothing. Like, who cares? It's about the effort. It's about taking care of the football. We were one of the 5 best teams in Power 5 football last year, and taking care of the football. 4 of those teams participated in the playoff. One of those teams, Colorado, had the best season they've had in ages, right? So there's such a correlation between the little things that we did last year. If we don't take care of those things and we're bottom 5 in turnovers, we won't even make a bowl game, right? Because that's just how it works. So we've got to continue to do the things that got us there at an elite level, and that's the challenge.
Coach, you said on Tuesday that you're not going to guarantee any of the running backs any playing time right now. Obviously, nothing when it comes to the depth chart or anything like that. How much of a message have you been trying to at least spread that to really just the entire roster as a whole, particularly to guys who maybe feel like that this is a spring where they are trying to prove themselves?
Yeah, I mean, well, some of the roster has earned the right to be a starter. Xavier Alford is our starting safety. Miles Rouser is our starting boundary safety. Right, there are guys, CJ Fight, I'm not going to go on the whole list of everybody, but we have a lot of guys who have earned the right to be the starter. Then there's a lot of positions where we got a lot of open competition. And if you've earned the right to be the starter, we're only going to be as good as you. So if you become complacent, if your only goal was to start at Arizona State, then we've got the wrong players. I've recruited the wrong players. We have the wrong team. Right? Those starters' goal better to be the best version of them and to be the best team we can be. So yeah, we can name them a starter, and I have no issue with that. But there are a bunch of positions where there are no starters, and it could be one of any 3 people that could end up winning a job.
Was the finishing reps aspect that you talked about on Tuesday, was that better today?
Drastically better. Like I said, I did a bad job on Tuesday, coordinated with the officials. Our guys rose to the occasion today. I was very impressed.
How do you feel that that the younger guys, but the older guys have just kind of shown the younger guys about the competition and everything, and how they've, I know it's only 2 practices, but the young guys adjusted so far?
Yeah, I think I think some of them are still figuring it out. Our practice environment's a little bit different than other practice environment. In the middle of practice, people stand there and watch one person lose, right? And there's a reason for that. I want you to get used to failure. Like, responding to adversity is such a difficult thing to create. So what's more adverse than 105 teammates screaming and cheering for the person who just beat you? Like, you have to respond the rest of practice with that. So we do some unique things, the weird music out here that some of the guys are just kind of getting to feel it and kind of get the feel of it. Here in the next few days when pads get on is when we'll really see some of these guys rise to the occasion or fall.
Coach, you were one of several coaches at the Molly Miller press conference yesterday. What are you sensing about just the interconnectedness of Sun Devil Athletics right now?
Yeah, I definitely think we're trying to get people here, or Graham, I love being here. Obviously born and raised here. This was always been one of the dream jobs of mine. So to get some people around here like Coach Powers, Coach Hurley's been here so long, that really love just being here. I think it's starting to show, and I think in order to win, especially as an athletic department with so many sports, you have to win, because you have to sell out seats in all sports. And the only way for us to thrive as an athletic department is every sport. We can't have a weak link because we're such a big university. So we need every single sport to pull their weight and do their part, put butts in seats, win games, graduate players, all of it, in order to really thrive.
What kind of immediate impact can AJE have this year?
Big.
How so?
He's physical. He studies and cares at an elite level. His care level is elite. And when you're a guy with that size, that athleticism, and your care level is that high, you usually play early. And our tight end room is deep. Our tight end room is good. And it's a challenging room to crack, but it's our job as a staff to get the best players in the field. If AJ proves and continues in his trajectory, then he may be a guy that we have to get on the field. It's not, I don't play people, they make us play them. He may be a guy that makes me play him.
What does expanded on-field staffing enable?
It allows us, special teams, our full 10-time coaches don't go special teams other than Coach Regal. So it allows our tight ends and tackles to work with SOG and Coach Mons when we're in punt, when tight ends aren't on punt, and work tight end tackle combos. It allows our DBs that aren't in to go work with our DB coaches or whatever drill we're trying to get. It allows us to almost divide and conquer more throughout practice and in the meeting room, which we couldn't do in the past. So a little different structure of special teams this year. I think it's going to be a positive.
As you kind of touched on, how important is it to have that personal relationship by having open practices on Saturday with the community, with the fans?
Yeah, I think it's just the more you can make your players. There's a reason you guys are out here other than to get you guys content. Our players, things are getting filmed. Have a day off. Losing a one-on-one rep. It's going on social media. Like, you can't just take a day off because everybody's going to see it. You can't just sit out a rep. And in today's day and age, right, you need as many things that can motivate guys. Guys got to know there's pressure always on them in practice. Practice cannot become complacent. It has to be like a game. So having, 1,000 fans out here on the field watching and cheering, it just gets the energy level up. It puts the pressure on a little bit. Some of the younger guys, it's what we're trying to create every day in practice, just a little bit on steroids.